Yo, there's this crazy new club that opened a week ago. They do something called 7 Minutes in Heaven Blindfolded. So basically, two people go into one room. One of them has to be blindfolded and then just do whatever they like for 7 minutes. It doesn't necessarily have to be naughty stuff, you know? But the person who's blindfolded, they're not allowed to take the blindfold off. Then, if the person that was blindfolded would like to know who they were in the room with, they get their phone number from the club staff.
Wow, Stevie, whoa, whoa. I'm 100% sure that Jimin is on Santa's naughty list.
Oh, be quiet, church boy, or not so innocent yourself.
But Jungkook is innocent, whereas you and Taeyang are just downright horny all the time.
So, are we going to the club tonight or not? It's even called Heaven. Ooh la la.
I have an important dinner family tonight.
Oh, come on. We'll just check out the place, have a drink, and then we can come back home.
Only if Jungkook comes.
Alright, let's go. I'll pick everyone up at 7:30 p.m.
Why did you make this separate group chat, Jungkook?
Yeah, why is Rosalina not here? Because...
We all know you like Rosalina.
Dude, it's cool. You made it so obvious. Okay, fine. Yes, I like Rosalina, but I want to talk about it at the club thingy tonight.
What about it?
I want to be paired up with Rosalina. I just want her to be my first kiss. You know the pairing up is random though, right? Then I'll talk with the club staff so that I can be paired up with Rosalina in the room.
Alright, sounds good, lover boy.
Jungkook and Rosalina sitting in a tree. Kissing. You're so annoying.
They had lied. Jimmy and Taeyang were extremely drunk and dancing their life away at the dance floor. You sighed as you tapped your leg against the floor irritatedly while you kept looking at the time on your phone. Jungkook was nervously looking at you as he kept hitting his lower lip. He's been hiding his feelings from you for the past 2 years. He never really found the perfect time to confess his feelings for you because he feared that you might reject him. Jungkook managed to talk to the club staff and was able to set up the two of you together for the 7 Minutes in Heaven game. He was excited. His hands couldn't stop sweating. This was going to be his one chance to confess his feelings for you in an intriguing way. Although Jungkook likes to keep things simple and sweet, this gave him so much confidence and excitement.
Why'd I agree to this? I have to get home soon because...
Good evening, everyone. We are about to start our game of 7 Minutes in Heaven Blindfolded.
Woo!
Everyone started cheering and clapping as soon as the host of the club was done speaking.
You looked over to Jungkook.
He just shrugged his shoulders as you slowly clapped, trying to debate whether you should walk home or just wait to see what this whole excitement was for. You, the host said as he scanned the room, pointing his finger at people. His eyes then landed on you. And you. Your eyes widened as you felt your cheeks heat up and everybody in the room was looking at you. Ow. Jungkook smiled to himself as he saw how flustered you got when you were picked for the game. He noticed you were distracted, so he quickly left to go into one of the rooms for the game to prepare himself mentally on how he was going to break his feelings for you. Come on, love! A waitress came up behind you, grabbing your hand and walking away with you.
Wait, I'm with friends here, and where did Jungkook go?
You were dragged to the outside of a room. This is the last time I'm going out with these idiots, you said to yourself. You have 7 minutes. Your partner is waiting for you inside. Do you want to go in? If you wish to, not go in, don't worry, it's fine. She kindly smiled as she handed you a blindfold.
With a stranger? I've never even kissed anyone. I mean, do we even have to make out? We can just talk. I can even take my blindfold off. No one will ever know. This will just be a one-time thing anyway. Okay, what the hell? I'm already here anyways.
You took the blindfold from the waitress. You placed it over your eyes. She opened the door for you and you walked inside of the room. Have fun, you two. The waitress wriggled her eyebrows after she closed the door behind her. The room was quiet. You still had the blindfold on. You were sitting in what felt to be a bed. You moved your hand around to see if you felt a pillow, but
Instead, you felt someone's leg, followed by a chuckle.
Are you done?
It's a guy. His deep voice made you freeze as he pulled your hand back from your lap. You bit your lower lip, trying to stop yourself from smiling and cursing. I'm such an idiot, oh my god. Sorry, I'm just nervous. You felt so stupid, talking with a blindfold in your face as you just looked straight ahead.
No need to be. We can just sit here and talk.
You felt the guy get up from the bed. You heard him walking around the room. You tugged onto the bed sheets. You were annoyed and frustrated at the fact that you wanted so badly to remove the blindfold. But if you did, then you would feel even more embarrassed looking into the eyes of the stranger while doing the stupidity of a game.
Namjoon.
He said as he sat down against the wall, propping his knees up and placing his forearms on them. He was directly facing towards you as you were still sitting on the bed. He too was nervous, but it's probably just the alcohol coursing through his veins. He had had 4 shots of tequila and believes at this point is the liquid talking for him. I'm Rosalina.
You're so tense. Relax your muscles. Have you ever done something like this?
You chewed the inside of your cheek. Namjoon let out a small laugh as your silence was enough to answer his question. Laugh all you want. You're probably not even experienced either.
Oh, I'm very experienced, princess.
How could he say something like that so bluntly? Why did he even say that to him in the first place?
Is this why you're participating in this stupid game?
No, I just came here with friends and I just wanted to try something out. If this game is so stupid, then why are you even participating in it? Since when do I calmly talk to strangers?
I'm just trying to get my mind off from things.
You heard Namjoon let out a sigh. He rested his head against the wall and looked up at the ceiling. It was true. He came to the club to wash away some of his problems with alcohol. You lowered your head and tucked your hands under your thighs, feeling the urge to want to take your blindfold off.
What did you want to try anyways?
A smile played on your lips as you nodded your head. Oh, so you caught on that, huh? You've never had your first kiss. You just wanted to get it over with since you don't really know who to share it with. I mean, this game seemed like the perfect chance to just do that. I've never kissed anyone, so I figured this might be the time to just get it over with.
Don't you want to share your first kiss with someone whom you love?
He peeked under his blindfold, and he smiled when he saw how cute and tiny you looked sitting alone on the big bed. He noticed your small body language, like how when you would fidget with your fingers to stop yourself from removing the blindfold, or when you would bite the inside of your cheek. Why did I think he would even offer himself? Should I ask him? Why am I even nervous? I want to do this. I want to get this over with anyway. Would you... You stopped yourself as the silence in the room thickened by the second. Would you mind teaching me how to kiss? It was now or never. And you also had to remember you were only given 7 minutes.
A bit bold, don't you think?
Namjoon let out a chuckle as he got up and walked a little closer to you.
Come on.
You try not to pay too much attention to his voice, but it was impossible not to when it just caused butterflies to erupt in your stomach. Just teach me. I want to get this done with, and I don't mean anything for the two of us anyway.
Footsteps were closer. He was now standing in front of you.
He took your hands into his. You stood up, and he turned as he was now the one sitting on the bed.
You don't want to take the blindfold off?
He slowly brought your body on top of his. He sat you on his lap. You were straddling him. Such an intimate position. Your first time having body contact with someone. No, you responded back to him, his body heat transferring over to yours ever so quickly. Soon enough, your hormones were going to talk for you instead. You felt a sudden rush of adrenaline and confidence as you sat on his lap.
Relax and lead.
You felt his lips close to your ear as the slow words replayed over and over in your head. He grabbed your hands and placed them on your shoulders.
He then felt his hands on your hips. He let out a small laugh.
You are so easy to fluster.
Am I? He quickly pushed his head closer to yours, his breath fanning your lips. His eyes widened as you indeed had caught him off guard, and you had succeeded in making him blush. Even though you were blindfolded, you were sure he was blushing. Namjoon was about to proceed to the next step, when the waitress knocked on the door. Opened it.
Didn't even get to say goodbye to him. Another waitress came for Namjoon and escorted him out through another door.
This is his number. The waitress kindly smiled at you as she gave you a piece of paper with Namjoon's number.
So damn close to having my first kiss.
8:50 p.m.
Dear goodness, Rosalina, where have you been?
Your mom quickly threw questions at you when you walked through the front door.
Sorry, but I'm here now.
We had to cancel the dinner because of your absence and postpone it for another day. Your father spoke with a disappointed tone as he kept his eyes focused on the television.
You scratched your head in frustration. How important is this dinner that they need me present for?
I'm sorry, I really am. I just lost track of time.
Your parents nodded their heads and told you to wash up and eat something before heading to bed. You tried your best to focus on their words, but your mind was all on Namjoon. His deep voice and delicate touch never left. You bit your lower lip, smiling as you went upstairs and into your room. Back to school.
Why did you even play the game at the club?
Because I just wanted to.
You shrugged your shoulders and looked ahead as the four of you walked down the hallway to your first morning class.
Oh, come on. Jimin threw his head as he let out a chuckle. He knew exactly why. You're 21 and you haven't had the first kiss. That's why you played the game.
Shit! You went over to him and started punching him on the shoulder. Up!
Jungkook lowered his head. He thought last night would be a night for the two of you. He was waiting in the room for you, but a waitress never came with you. Instead, they brought other people in the room with him. So he just went back to where the two of you were sitting in the club, but when he had gone back, he didn't find you. It made him quite sad that you had had your first kiss with someone else.
I hate you and you! You angrily pointed at Jimin and Taeyong.
They both had confused faces as they looked at you.
Let's go check out the club and then we can leave,
You said in Jimin's voice, mimicking him. They both rolled their eyes, laughing.
You should know by now that we're not just gonna check out a club and then leave.
You were all in your first class of the day. The four of you sat in the back of the room chatting away. Taeyong was sitting next to you, while Jungkook sat on the other side of you, with Jimin next to him.
So you have his phone number?
Yeah, we never got to kiss. He was teaching me, but then our 7 minutes were up and I never saw him again that night.
You pulled out a piece of Sperry's with Namjoon's number written on it. You were disappointed with yourself because you really should have taken off your blindfold to see him. Jungkook stayed quiet as he listened to the conversation you were having with Jimin. He felt like his heart was run over by a truck over and over again.
Call him.
You looked at Taeyong confused.
Call him. Maybe meet up with him and he can continue with the kissing lessons.
Taeyong smiled as he puckered his lips and kissed the air. Soon after the class was already filled with students, you didn't even realize when the professor walked in as you were too focused on what Taeyong had said earlier. The professor went on and started the lesson. He didn't really care whether some students were paying attention or not. You let out a sigh as you pulled out your phone and dialed the phone number that was written on the paper. You quickly placed the phone by your ear to see if someone would answer, but then you heard a phone ring in the room. You picked up your head and looked into the room to see who was on your phone. Then your eyes landed on your professor as it was his phone that was ringing. He accepted the call and placed the phone by his ear.
Hello? Who's this?
The professor said from the front of the room, and then you heard his voice through your phone.
This can't be happening. Oh my god.